Good afternoon, everyone. It's lovely to have you with us today. My name's Kelly O'Callaghan. I'm the Mayor of Latrobe City. I'll be conducting this citizenship ceremony for you this afternoon. Before we get underway, just to let you know, which you've probably already spotted, given cameras and things in the room, we are recording today's citizenship ceremony. We're also taking photographs throughout. That's so that we can provide you with the opportunity to share that video recording with your family and friends, but also provide you with some photos as mementos that you can then share. So we'll take photos throughout the ceremony today. As we conclude, we'll also provide you with the opportunity to have any photos you wish with our VIPs, if you so wish, with your family, or individual portraits if you require, and Kim is here to assist you with that as well. For those of you that indicated you would rather not partake in some of those photos, that is perfectly fine as well. I would like to acknowledge that we are meeting here today on the traditional lands of the Brackalung people of the Gunai-Kurnai Nation, and I pay my respects to the elders past, present and those emerging. I would also like to acknowledge any elders who are present with us today. I also acknowledge our First Nations people as being those of a rich and enduring culture with a deep connection to the land, to the water and to the sky. Also acknowledge today is Closing the Gap Day, which is a focus that we have on health and wellbeing for our First Nations communities, and there have been a number of events that have taken place in Latrobe City today. It is my absolute pleasure to extend a very warm welcome to you all for this Australian citizenship ceremony. It is our absolute pleasure to have you here with us, but I'm joined by some very special guests today. Martin Cameron MP, member for Maule. For those of you who haven't had the opportunity to meet Martin in person, you'll have the chance to catch up with him today, and he'll also be offering our Minister's address and also some words for you today. Our Deputy Mayor Dan Clancy is with us, and he will also be speaking to you and offering a welcome to community. Councillor Darren Howe, who very much enjoys our citizenship ceremonies, will be part of our celebrations today. And Steve Piacenti is our CEO. Steve looks after all of the operational and strategically informed work of our organisation, and he'll be here to join in this ceremony as well. Citizenship ceremonies are very special gatherings for us in our community, and they provide the opportunity for us to celebrate our newest citizens, but also reflect on the great diversity of people who make up our Latrobe community and family. Our community has been built on many things: our First Nations people and their commitment to culture, community and country. Many of our community members who have come to us through family connections which have origins in countries far away, and those who are making lives forged for themselves here in Latrobe through an intergenerational connection to other places also. All individuals and families have very rich stories to share, and today, by being part of this citizenship ceremony, you have another story to add to the collection of your family, but it's also one that we gather as a collection for our community. We hope by celebrating your citizenship with us today that you understand the great pride that we take in having your formal recognition of your citizenship recognised here with us, but also recognised within our community. If you would please join me now in welcoming Martin Cameron to provide the Minister's message and some words for you all today as part of his address. Martin, thank you.
Thank you, and thank you to Kelly and councillors for inviting me along today. As she alluded to, this is a really nice thing that we get to come along and be a part of. So my job today is to read out a message from the Minister. So I'll start now. See, they love ministers. So I'd now like to read a citizenship message from the Honourable Andrew Giles MP, Minister for Immigration, Citizenship and Multicultural Affairs. So the Minister's message. Thank you for deciding to become an Australian citizen. Today you join a nation that is one of the world's most successful multicultural societies, with around half of all Australians either born overseas or with at least one parent born overseas. In Australia, everyone can be proud of who they are, and everyone should be respected, valued, and feel a sense of belonging. We are privileged to share this beautiful country with the world's oldest continuing culture. This is a fundamental part of who we are. For more than 60,000 years, First Nations people have cared for country. Appreciating and understanding this truth is a vital part of what it means to be Australian. Australians are united by our shared commitment to democracy and the rule of law, and to the freedom of speech, religion and association. Our diversity is our greatest strength, and we prosper by embracing this. We believe in a society in which everyone is equal, regardless of their gender, faith, sexual orientation, age, ability, race, national or ethnic origin. Ours is the land of the fair go, in which respect, compassion underpin our society for each other and our willingness to reach out to those around us in times of need. By becoming an Australian citizen, you make a commitment to these values and to contribute to our evolving Australian story. On behalf of the Australian Government, heartfelt congratulations on becoming an Australian citizen. That is from our Minister. Now, from my behalf as your local MP, as I said before, it is absolutely wonderful that we can come and welcome you to a citizenship ceremony and to become of our tribe and our clan down here. The Latrobe City is just a wonderful, wonderful place to live, as I assure you, expect you all know that now. And on behalf of all of us here, I'd just like to thank you for wanting to become Australian citizens and sharing in just how lucky we are and all the natural wonders that we have around here. We are a very, very lucky country. When you look around the world at the moment, at different places, what's going on, I know I'm surely lucky to be living here. So welcome, and I look forward to seeing you stand up very shortly and do what needs to be done to become an Australian citizen. Thank you very much.
Thanks so much, Martin. Martin's become a frequent visitor to our citizenships now, and we're very grateful for the support you give us and for the advocacy you bring to our region as well. So thank you so much for that. I'm now going to hand over to our Deputy Mayor, Dan Clancy, to offer a welcome to community.
Thank you very much, and thanks very much to Martin as well for his words, not just from the Minister, but your own thoughts as well. Citizenship ceremonies are really, really important, and the Mayor has asked me to have a welcome on behalf of the community and welcome to our community. Community is a really interesting word when we talk about community, because we have so many different kinds of community. We have the wider community, we have the sports community, we have the club community that you might be a member of, whether it's a scouting group or you're a member of the darts group, or what sort of community that you might be a part of. So community means different things to different people. The one thing that I always think about when I think about this community and our community, the community that I'm a part of, is that we're always changing, we're always adapting, and the real big word that we hear a lot at the moment is transition. We're a transitioning community. We're a transitioning. Most people talk about that when they talk about the power industry. They talk about we're a transitioning community. But I'd say as people are standing up here today and about to have, go through a citizenship ceremony and become Australians, they're transitioning as well. They're making a change. They're adapting, and it causes me to pause and think about the change and the adaptation and the transition that Australia has gone on since our federation and the time that we've been known as Australia. And I think about the song that we sing as our national anthem, Advance Australia Fair, and we are going to sing it today, so hopefully you know all the words. You should be. You'll be a citizen by that point. And the Australian national anthem was first written, if you wouldn't believe it, it was written in 1901. And it was written by a school teacher from Sydney, and he wrote it on the tram on the way back from listening to a big band play in the city, in Sydney. And he was thinking to himself, they had to sing God Save the King at this thing, we should have our own. So he penned these words while sitting on the tram, and it had 5 verses in it, and it was very long. And the next year, in 1902, they sang it for the first time in public in Carlton, and the Carlton Gardens there. And they sang only 4 verses of it, but it was very long. And now we sing 2 verses of it, and it's changed and adapted as well. So it's a good thing to think that these things change throughout our years of being alive, that we've seen many, many different versions of the Advance Australia Fair, and it wasn't until 1984, so very, very much in our lifetimes, that it actually became the national anthem. So it's taken a long time to get there and had lots of different iterations as it's gone through. But it's changed as a society has changed, and society will continue, and our community will change. In the next 5 years, 10 years and 20 years, we'll see lots and lots of different change. And a part of that change is what you're about to go through today. So I wish you very warm welcome as you are about to become Australian citizens, and hopefully you'll sing with great gusto when we sing 1 verse of Advance Australia Fair later on. Welcome.
Thanks so much, Dan. I'd now like to read the preamble to the Australian Citizenship Act, and it reads as follows. Australian citizenship represents full and formal membership of the community of the Commonwealth of Australia, and Australian citizenship is a common bond involving reciprocal rights and obligations uniting all Australians while respecting their diversity. Persons on whom Australian citizenship is conferred enjoy these rights and undertake to accept these obligations by pledging loyalty to Australia and its people, by sharing their democratic beliefs, by respecting their rights and liberties, and by upholding and obeying the laws of Australia. We now move on to the point where we allow the opportunity as part of the formalities of the citizenship ceremony for oath and affirmations. We have 3 groups who will be taking an oath today, and 1 group who will be making an affirmation. That is an option provided to each. So if the first group will come forward, and they will be making an oath. And we'll just take it at a nice, slow and steady pace. Okay, you all ready? So, I, and state your name.
I, Diana,
From this time forward under God, I pledge my loyalty to Australia and its people, whose democratic beliefs I share, and whose rights and liberties I respect and whose laws I will uphold and obey. Congratulations. Please join me in welcoming our newest Australian citizens. Our special guests have some gifts for you, including your certificates. And then stay with us, and Kim will also take a group photo of everyone. Okay, Kim's going to tell us where she wants us to be. So move everybody in a bit, squish, 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 so that we fit everybody in.
I'll go around.
Oh, you sure? Want to sing a song? Thank you very much. Congratulations, everyone. Please feel free to take a seat. We now have Group 2, who will be making an oath. And this is Cara, who makes all the magic happen and then hides behind the curtain afterwards. I, and state your name.
I, Jasmine,
From this time forward under God,
from this time forward under God,
I pledge my loyalty to Australia and its people,
I pledge my loyalty to Australia and its people,
whose democratic beliefs I share,
whose democratic beliefs I share,
whose rights and liberties I respect and
whose rights and liberties I respect, and
whose laws I will uphold and obey.
whose laws I will uphold and obey.
Congratulations. One step back there and I could have landed on Congratulations. I'll bring forward our next group who will also be taking the oath. I, and state your name. From this time forward under God, I pledge my loyalty to Australia and its people,
I pledge my loyalty to Australia and its people,
whose democratic beliefs I share,
whose democratic beliefs I share,
whose rights and liberties I respect and
whose rights and liberties I respect, and
whose laws I will uphold and obey.
whose laws I will uphold and obey.
Congratulations.
Come on, let's have pictures.
Would you like to have your photo taken? Cheers.
Looks educational.
Get your gift. Get your gift. Yeah, yeah. All right. Just,
All right, everyone's squidgy. Congratulations. Well done. Please feel free to take a seat. We've got all the time in the world. And now our next group will be making an affirmation. You're going to manage this. I, and state your name. From this time forward, I pledge my loyalty to Australia and its people, whose democratic beliefs I share, whose rights and liberties I respect and whose laws I will uphold and obey. Congratulations. Well done. Congratulations, everyone. Please take a seat. Just give everyone a chance to get settled back in. And I'm sure you would all like to join me as we give a very warm welcome to our newest Australian citizens. It is my great pleasure and privilege to welcome today our newest citizens of Australia and congratulate you on your decision to become an Australian citizen. Choosing to become a citizen is a very significant expression of your pride in being part of Australia's dynamic and diverse society. You have made a pledge of commitment to Australia and its people and have been provided with a memento card to mark the occasion of this commitment. Australian citizens value many basic rights, including equality of treatment, equality under the law, democracy, and equal opportunity for all. Our culturally diverse society is founded on a fair go for all Australians. Now that you are Australian citizens, you enjoy specific privileges and responsibilities, such as the right to vote to help elect Australia's governments and access to an Australian passport. For each of you who have made a pledge today, your Australian citizenship is a symbol of your commitment to Australia and your formal membership of the Australian community. In taking on the commitment, you assume a new responsibility. In making the pledge, you became an Australian citizen. Finally, I congratulate all of the conferees for the commitment you have made today to being part of Australia's future. If you would like to join me, you can all stand if you are able to for the first verse of Advance Australia Fair. Which point I step away.
Australians are.
Rejoice, for we
Let us rejoice, for we are one and free. We've golden soil and wealth for toil. Our home is girt by sea. Our land abounds in nature's gifts, all beauty rich and rare. In history's page, let every stage advance Australia fair. In joyful strains then let us sing, advance Australia fair.
Well done, everyone. Thank you so much for being here with us today. Please feel free to take your seats. It is a wonderful opportunity for us to celebrate with you today. We hope that you will stay with us as those celebrations continue. We do have refreshments for you, so we hope that you will stay, join us for a cuppa and something to eat. Please take the opportunity. Kim will be with us right the way through to the end. So take your time, but gather together your family and friends. We're happy to make that opportunity available for you to have some additional photos taken, as many of you like in any iteration, because there is a special day for you. And then we'll provide the link to those photos for you so you can download them afterwards. I'm very happy once again to have had our special guests with us. To Martin Cameron, thank you so much. To Councillor Darren Howe, Councillor Dan Clancy and Steve Piacenti, thank you so much for your help. And to Cara, who you saw Cara wander out from behind the screen every day. Pop out, Cara. Round of applause for Cara, who does all of the work. Organises everything we need today, and we wouldn't be able to do this without her. Please enjoy the celebrations, and we look forward to spending some more time together with you. Congratulations once again. Well done, everyone.